Hey everybody, and welcome back to another new and noteworthy mod review. Today we're going to take a look at the BoniRob. I have to say this mod is definitely new, it's definitely noteworthy, and definitely interesting. Will I be using it outside of this video? Probably not. I'm not really sure what need this fills in the kindest of senses. There's tons of mods out there, obviously, that don't really fill a need because, well, you can only need so many trailers and so many cultivators, etc. But I'm just not sure after trying to use this for probably about 40 minutes if it's going to be overly useful for most farmers. Well, what is it? According to the mod description, it's an autonomous field robot device carrier with solar module. So we've got solar cells here. It does have batteries, so this thing will run approximately 15 minutes without solar power, and then it will basically power down and wait to be recharged before you can use it again. You can get it in 3 different variants. So you can get it in a sprayer variant, which is the one in the back there. You can get it in a weeder variant, which is this one. And you can get it in a soil sampling variant right here. So when I read autonomous robot and soil samples, I thought to myself, oh, I could just set this on the field, hire a helper and let it go off and just take soil samples. No, that doesn't work. In fact, that will throw repeating Lua errors, crash your game. Don't try it. Take my word for it. Just don't do it. So this is kind of an interesting mod. So the description continues to say, solar module supply vehicle with energy as long as the sun is shining. If it's cloudy or dark, the system automatically switches to battery mode. When the battery is empty, the vehicle switches off and has to be recharged. So this mod does have a requirement. It does require, since it does take soil samples, it does require the precision farming DLC add-on from Giants. Let's take a look at this thing in the shop. So under vehicles and miscellaneous, you're going to find the BoniRob, $30,000. That's something else. I think it's a pretty steep bill to pay. This thing goes 12 miles an hour when it's not working, has 16 horsepower, and basically has 500 liters worth of capacity for herbicide or liquid fertilizer. When we go in here, we have the default configuration, which basically has no modules in it. $30,000. We can get Trelleborg tires or little Midas tires. I would go get ahead and get the Trelleborg because they're a little bit bigger around. Now we can get the sprayer variant. You see a little spray bar there underneath. 4 little spray nozzles. We can get the soil sample variant. And we can get the weeder variant. Weeder variant is kind of neat. It's got a little sprayer there to kind of spot spray herbicide. So let's go take a look at these things in action. But before we do that, I thought to myself, well, how do you get these things around the field, around the map? Because they only go 12 miles an hour. I mean, you can get in them, you turn them on, and there they go. Still, that's just 12 miles an hour. So I got the small trailer from the Alpine farming expansion and pickup truck. And looky here, it fits right there on there just fine and dandy. Even strap it down. Excellent. So then we can drive this to wherever we need to take it. Set it out on the field. Hire our helper. And then go off and do our own little thing, right? Well, yes and no. So let's go down here and I'll show you what I mean. I've already established that you can't hire a helper and take soil samples. That's a very bad thing. Don't do it. I have been able to successfully hire a helper to weed. I have not been successful and hiring a helper to spray. So I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. I know I haven't played the game for a little while, other than doing some multiplayer challenge, but I don't think I've completely forgotten how to play the game. Here we are down on field 23. I've got 3 set up. Got our soil sampler up here. Turn it on. Do not hire a helper. Don't do it, because it will start tossing repeatable Lua errors. The only way to stop it is to quit. Force quit the game. If you can't turn it off, you can't leave it because it just sits there. Trying to hire a worker doesn't do anything. But you can take soil samples, fold it. So you would unfold it like that, and then take your soil sample, B, just like normal. See on the F1 menu, we have a battery 100%, 15 minutes. So if we go up here, and let's see, if we make ourselves have some cloudy weather. Starts in a whole bunch of minutes. Oh no, look, now we're switching over to battery. And we've completely exhausted the battery because, again, did not have sunlight. Some sun back. Battery's empty. Now we can see it charging up. Go ahead and take a soil sample. And we'll move on down and take one more soil sample. Off. Send those samples off. And there we go. Come on down over here. And let's take a look at the sprayer unit. Good. There we have our soil has been sampled. Now if we get into our sprayer unit, we can, on all of these, left click, left and right will open and close the wheels. I opened the wheels the widest because I thought that was kind of be the working position. But as it turns out, it can get stuck, to say the least. So it might work better for you with the wheels already all the way closed. We'll just have to see. I'm going to kind of go in the middle. I'm going to turn it on. And then we're going to start our sprayer. Hit B. See, shooting fertilizer out. Right? Now if I try to hire a helper, let's see what happens. Nothing. Hiring a helper doesn't do anything. Turn this back on. Let's quickly 12 miles an hour run across the field. Take a look here under precision farming. Can see we're getting the green. Okay, we are putting nitrogen in the ground. Why I can't hire a worker, I don't know. Unless it's just the work area is so narrow, it's not working right. And I'll show you what I mean about that here at the end of the row. So let's turn this off. So we've just went a full pass. We can see green there, right? Now if I get out and I stand right here, it still says I have bad nitrogen. I just put nitrogen there. real spotty because it's, I think, such a narrow working width. Not to speak bad on the mod, not to speak bad on the modder, but I gotta wonder, how much was this tested? Just wondering. Play tested, like actually used. Like functionally. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm holding the phone wrong. Maybe I got an iPhone, you know, the one where you can't hold it a certain way, or otherwise calls don't go through because you short out the antennas. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But I mean, I don't know. A precision farm, so I know I'm lacking in nitrogen. I should be able to come up here with a sprayer, hire a helper, and off I go, right? That should work. But hire a helper for this doesn't do anything. Come back here. Okay, we do have perfect nitrogen. Okay. But it took like 2 passes to get it to really to register. Now, let's go take a look at the weeder, which I can hire a helper on. I could earlier. Move up here out of the way. And we can narrow. And let's turn this on. See, we have this action going on here. Getting stuck. Look, we can see the weeds are turning brown as this thing cycles back and forth. A very narrow working width. We can hire a helper. So now he's going to go off. So he does autonomously weed. It's real narrow path. Very narrow path. $30,000. Okay, so I get it. I get it. Farm of the future. Maybe you want to have a bunch of robots out in your fields doing some field work. You got to transport them there. When they run out of battery, they're going to stop. Then you're going to have to come restart them. The sprayer only holds 500 liters. And seemingly you can't hire a helper for it. $30,000 for a soil sample robot that you have to do manually versus the base precision farming Scout. 17,000. Yes, you need something else, but you probably have something else already with a 3-point hitch. The weeder, which weeds by itself, and hopefully you're on super flat land that it doesn't get hung up and therefore can't make a turn after it completes a pass. So I'm not trying to be super critical of the mod, but at the same time, I really have to wonder if it was play tested heavily, under what conditions was it play tested? Because I can't hire a helper with my sprayer. 3 times trying to get this weeder to work. 3 times it can't make more than 2 passes down the field, or it does something like it's stuck in bushes or it gets stuck on a hill. Maybe it's only good for super flat land, really big headlands. But I put this video together so you can see it, you can make your own decision, and there you go, guys. That is the BoniRob. Get that over the farmingsimulator.com website and the in-game mod hub. And as of the initial release, it is PC only. I suspect because it does have some scripts in it, probably related to the whole battery functionality. So let me know in the comments, have you been more successful in getting the BoniRob to work? And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.